Gaming is in a really fascinating place right now. With more and more people being disillusioned by fancy graphics and insanely massive open worlds, we're starting to see a slow and steady rise in games reminiscent of an era long gone. The 90s! And what a time to be alive! Or at least I think, I don't know, I wasn't. This era saw the birth of many classics, including Silent Hill, Crash Bandicoot, Resident Evil, Spyro the Dragon, Metal Gear Solid, Tomb Raider, and much more. And while maybe I wasn't alive to see the start of these characters, I did have the first two PlayStations growing up and a GameCube, so I do have very fond memories of games that look a bit like this.
You got a problem with that pussy?
So with a resurgence of games in this style, like Crow Country or Mouthwashing, that got me thinking, what other games are getting developed right now in this style? And that was my Eureka moment for this video. Let's delve into some weird PlayStation 1 style games. Everything will be linked down below, some of them are even free, so go check them out, and if we can hit like 50 likes, maybe we'll return to this idea with a twist. Our first game is called Welcome Home, and oh my god.
Is that Jesus?
Welcome Home follows our nameless protagonist in his quest to reconnect with a long-lost friend. Our friend Astrid sends us this creepy letter explaining that she's been living with this community, that they're having a festival, and that she hopes to see us there. So naturally, we accept the real-life equivalent of a sketchy URL in an email, and we arrive at our destination. The game plays out just how you'd expect it. The whole thing is a cult, our friend is trapped, and we have to break this princess out Mario style while escaping hippies. Average Tuesday in California. This one's really short, taking me just around an hour to complete, but truth be told, it would have been much faster if I hadn't been so busy glitching myself out of the map.
GC, stop looking at us like, there's no way!
They wasn't prepared for that one. Never let them know you next move.
They made sure you couldn't clip through these windows.
It comes with a considerable amount of jank, like the aforementioned clipping or this stealth section towards the end where I just kept dying. It's also got so many funny aspects, and not on purpose.
She looks like she...
the girl who played the ukulele is an apology.
Miranda sings. Oh.
I don't want to make it seem like it's a bad game though, there are good ideas here. The story does a good job creating an atmosphere, and I can definitely see why this would make some people uneasy.
Oh, I know something's gonna be hiding around the corner. I just know it. When the time comes, all your burden will simply fade away. They're gonna kill me.
We're gonna die.
They're gonna fucking kill me,
We're
bro.
so dead.
The people here are also terrifying to look at.
No, please. Don't go here.
What are we thinking about the concept of reading a book?
Books, chapters, books, words, books, words, reading, chapters. I read that. Read.
Can you leave Miranda Sings alone? I'm tired of looking at her. She's scaring me.
As a whole experience, it's a fun little game and still actively getting updates, so check it out. Next up, we have probably my favorite horror story in a while, We Never Left.
I'm so...
Oh, shit. Set in 1983, we play as the cousin of Michael Krieger. Our cousin Michael has apparently gone missing. All that was left of him was a note with our contact information and a message that simply said, finish the game. This is a game I actually think is so good it deserves a spoiler warning, so if any of that piqued your interest, I recommend trying it out for yourself first. Alright, ready? Perfect. We arrive at our cousins to look for clues. We can walk around and pick up these tapes, recorded conversations with Michael's therapist that reveal bits and pieces of his mental state.
I'm about to create a masterpiece in gaming. Hell, I'm creating a masterpiece of any art form.
We hear him get progressively more frustrated that nobody wants to play his Minecraft creepypasta mod.
It's disturbed. It's not. It's art.
Eventually, we retrieve the game in question, and it soon becomes obvious that we're dealing with a real twisted psychopath. Once we finish the first text adventure, A Short Tale of a Man Killing an Elderly Couple, how sweet, someone breaks into our house and leaves another game. Wow, a sequel so soon, delivered right to my home, this guy's a beast. It starts off very similar to the first game, but when we make the character enter the home, one thing becomes abundantly clear. We're no longer just playing a game anymore.
To your left is the hallway. This is literally...
You're set up.
This is our house. We're a part of the game. A killer FNAF jump scare. Hearing the killer match what's taking place in the text adventure is a beautifully twisted turn for the story to take, and a really interesting spin on the home invasion tale. Towards the finale, we end up in the attic, making the killer follow us up there.
No, that's okay. I'm gonna go home.
And then he kills us. That's how it ends. We Never Left is just a phenomenal game. Really gripping story. It's very short and sweet and delivers on its scares in a really effective way.
Oh my god, Charlie's breathing in my ear.
But by far, the scariest thing is this fucking computer. Maybe my brain is the size of a dime, but I got stuck multiple times trying to figure out how to action object item my way through the text adventure sections. Which, when you take into account that the killer is acting out everything you type in the computer, it makes you wonder what's happening while he waits for you to figure out the correct phrase.
Smash wood boards with axe? No. Use axe with boards? Okay, no. How beat wood with hands? Ew, no. Dang it, dude, what am I missing? Okay, maybe smash door. Okay.
Destroy wood boards with axe. Now, I feel like the majority of everything I saw using this aesthetic was supposed to be scary, but I wasn't specifically looking for that. So I was spending hours in the dark when I saw the light at the end of the tunnel for the first time. Ow, fuck! Zera. Myths Awaken. Zera Myths Awaken is a platformer in the vein of Spyro the Dragon. In fact, it actually started as a fan game. We play as Zera. He's this little creature right here. Who's a good boy? Well, fuck, it says here Zera's a girl. Who's a good? Zera's an axolotl and a bat, which, in practice, is very cute, but leaves some scary things to the imagination. And everyone seems to comment on how rare they are. Trust me, guy, I'm just as surprised as you. Either a bat drowned, or there's an axolotl in the Mile High Club. We're also followed by our little buddy, Kiwi, a baby wingray. So I started up the game revealing vibrant landscapes, colorful characters, and hype-ass music. Now, I was frolicking around testing controls full of joyful whimsy when I realized a crucial bit of information. I am not good at platformers.
Oh shit. Oh my god. There's no tutorial, and I'm stupid.
Nevertheless, I had a great time with the game. You've got your typical platformer movements like your jump, double jumps, and dashes, but Zera can do a few unique things here as well, like gliding, somersaults, and a freaking back handspring. Nobody told me there was an Olympian in the house. So regardless of skill or lack thereof, I had just a grand old time figuring out the movement.
Hey, I'm getting pretty good at this fucking movement thing. Oh, nope, I got plenty of room to improve.
So, the visuals are nice, the mechanics feel good, the characters are cute and wacky, but does this game have lore? A compelling narrative? Does it really make you think? Can we talk about the political and economic state of the world?
The answer is yeah, sorry.
Our story starts with Gaia, who is the creator of all life in this universe. We begin in Cosmic Core, home to the Wingrays, where the first NPC we come across tells us Gaia has been locked away in a tower, and they believe she's used the last of her essence to send us to help. So here's the thing, here's the catch, here's the deal. This game is not finished and is on indefinite hiatus. There is currently no ending, but I don't know, I had a lot of fun with it, and the creator is still making games to this day, so maybe we can re-inspire some motivation by generating more hype around this project.
Please don't spam the comments though, it's not a good look for me.
And finally, my favorite of the bunch so far, FlyKnight. This is a Kingsfield-esque dungeon crawler with a RuneScape or Wizards 101 look to it. Oh yeah, and everyone's a fly, which makes sense because playing the game felt almost like Oblivion, and Bethesda games always were buggy. Our story is as follows. My squire, Munchkinbun, sets out on an epic journey to defeat an evil witch who's cursed our people with a hex that steals the ability to grow wings. Sweet and simple, and it's awesome for the price. There's also 1 to 4 player co-op, and you can beat each other. That's all I ever wanted. Chicken, did you hex our guy?
You do. Maybe.
The looting here is also very rewarding, with some pretty tough enemies guarding pretty good loot, like this sunflower. So you're definitely encouraged to explore, which I loved, and because the dungeons are relatively small, it doesn't feel like trying to storm the entire Death Star just trying to loot. Which brings me to the kind of loot offered in this game. Enemies drop a lot of what you'll be picking up in the beginning. These are things like low-level knives, armor, and arrows. But the real stuff is in the chest. We've got swords, mallets, axes, spears, and even spells. The weapons all have different attack patterns based on direction as well. This axe has a bash, sideswipe, and a poke.
I'm deleting him.
This is actually part of this game's dismemberment system, which allows you to pick legs, arms, and even their heads off while in combat. Chop off arms and legs during a fight to gain an advantage, just like in real life. This is especially effective for bugs with armor or shields. Knowing where to hit and with what weapon can massively affect your chances of winning an encounter. It's a pretty in-depth system for a game this short, and it adds a really satisfying layer to the combat. And speaking of the bugs themselves, there is quite the variety of enemies in this game with various weaknesses you can exploit. These guys with the pickled heads have very weak limbs, slash weapons work better on plant-type creatures, beetles have weak heads, and bash weapons just destroy everything. Now, like I said previously, the game's fairly short. There's only 3 main dungeons with 3 main bosses. We've got 80-year-old Pinar. If I miss this jump shot, I'll kill myself. And a water park wave machine. The only one I really struggled on was this last boss fight with Lunama. If she knocks you down, it's so easy to get caught in a chain attack and die, even if you have almost full health. That's when I discovered the magic of the fishing mechanic, which was definitely a system that was described to me in depth literally from the start, but I chose to ignore it because I think fishing is boring. But now I'd like to apologize to the Bass Pro Shop community. I was not familiar with your game. My only issue with the experience is that it's so short, and that's fine, but I want more. So you should support the developers and blow this game up. Voice your excitement everywhere so that I can get what I want. Well, I think I'm gonna wrap it up there, but I hope you enjoyed and I hope you got some interesting recommendations out of the video. I would love to revisit this idea sometime soon because there were a lot of games that I just didn't get around to. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Hit the like button, comment some suggestions for future videos, and subscribe. And join the Discord below to keep up with what I'm doing next as well. We're growing kind of fast, faster than I've ever experienced in my time on YouTube. I'd love to be doing this full time eventually. So once again, thank you so much for all the support, and I hope to see you guys again in the next video.